like to think that the way the sun rises over a horse farm and cloaks it in aqua and gold is another one of the reasons why we refer to horse racing as the sport of kings. How ironic it is that most thoroughbreds rarely see the sun. Much of their competitive life is spent staring at their stall. That is, unless they're being trained by Janet Del Castillo.
That's my girl. I raise horses the way I raise my children. I felt that they needed to be exposed to a lot of the different things in the environment, and we're tempted, the more valuable the horse, the more to coddle him. And in that process, we're taking away his ability to be a flexible, strong, good-feeling athlete.
For Janet, home is where a racehorse builds heart. She's a pioneer in what's known as backyard training. The horse is only at the track when it's time to race. He learns to race on nature's track.
Now, going down this hill is good. It develops the rear end of the horse. So you're on one of my routes now. That's it. Come on, Bob. I'll take you on. Okay.
A route where the back stretch loops 3 miles through orange groves. And instead of a hose, a whole body bath waits at the end of the workout.
Yeah, I know it's ruining our boots, but doesn't it feel good for us, too?
This didn't always feel good. Divorced after 18 years of marriage, Janet found herself with 3 teenage kids, a small farm, and a stable of hobby racehorses to manage on her own. She knew nothing about thoroughbreds, except that they seemed to perform better when they were allowed to be horses, and that a lot of the traditional training methods didn't seem to make any sense.
And they said, listen, honey, you'll learn. We have to do it this way. So I kept my mouth shut and I watched.
Other trainers called her the crazy lady of Winter Haven. But eventually, she learned enough to fill a monthly newsletter. And now every season, the stables at Rancho Del Castillo are full as other owners seek her out.
Unfortunately, getting a good racehorse is like drilling for oil. You have many, many dry wells before you ever find a well that has all the oil.
Janet's gusher came in the unlikely form of First Prediction, a cast-off that she'd purchased from a children's home.
I grin whenever I think of her. We were blessed. We were truly blessed.
First Prediction would go on to earn $300,000 in winnings.
First Prediction is closing relentlessly on the outside.
And I've always said it was the 3rd mile in the orange grove that gave her that kind of a finish. My job as a trainer is to train the horse to his own personal best. I think she should feel pretty good. You'll have to shift your saddle when you get it. But allowing him to be horses first, and then every 2 weeks I say, excuse me, will you run your guts out? And the rest of the time they're a horse.
Of course, no type or amount of training can guarantee success.
We'll have to look at the rerun to see where the heck this horse was.
This filly ended up a long way from the winner's circle today. But there are no losers in Janet Del Castillo's stables, because even a bad day ends with a chance to run free.
It fills my heart, and I know it's what horses are meant to do. And that's why I feel we can have race horses, and yet we can allow them to be horses.
You're a sweetheart, aren't you? Yes, you are.